on disappointed, while I'm on being disappointed, how many of y'all have seen Marv James' brother interview? Oh my God. You talking about heartbreaking? I mean, you talking about heartbreaking? This nigga brother tell a story how Marv James, he says his son went to school and touched this girl. And the school called and had his father come to the school, his brother, Marv James' brother, come to school for his son touching on girls. So he had a strong talk with his son, like, yo, nigga, you can't be doing that. Like, you go to jail for that. Like, you can't keep doing that. Like, you can't be touching on these girls and da da da. Boom. Son go back to school. A few days or weeks later, he said his son do it again. School called him up. He said this time he whipped his son ass. He disciplined him. He says, Mom James. No, I think either his girl. No, he said Mom James. He said Mom James called the police on him. He said Mom James called the police on him for him beating his own son. Now, I can understand the fact that we don't supposed to hit our kids or discipline our kids, this, that, and other, right? My mother beat me with a bat. My mother beat me with extension cords. My mother beat me with belts, her hands, possibly a hanger, right? Nobody called the police, right? But as a woman, she may have to use weapons because her physically probably couldn't hurt me. Her whipping me with a belt, after a while, that shit, I'll just stand there and be looking at her. So she had to step up her goddamn weapons, right? But the point is, she didn't do it because she wanted to hurt me. She didn't do it because she hated me. She's trying to save me from the streets. She's trying to save me from discipline. She's trying to teach me to be a man. Now, do I condone beating your children? No, right? But did I hold it against my mother? Not at all, because it made me get the message. Now, here's another situation. One time when I was young, I did something, and my father whipped my ass. Like, I stole $1 million from this dude, right? But the reason he whipped my ass was to teach me a lesson, right? And the ass whipping was so severe that it stuck with me for the rest of my life, right? Even after he was gone, it stuck with me. But it taught me a lesson. It taught me a lesson. So I agree with Marv James' brother. What's his name? Let me look his name up. I don't want to keep saying Marv James' brother. Timmy Rue. His name is Timmy Rue. Shout out Timmy Rue, right? The reason I agree with him is because If his son is touching on women like that, this, that, and other, and he don't give him no discipline, then he may, and his son don't get what, what he's saying. If he telling him and he going back to school and continue doing it, I'll tell you that ass whipping stick with you like it stuck with me from my mom's and my pops on certain things not to do. And those things not to do will fucking send your ass to jail later in life if you continue some type of pattern of it, or you don't learn what's right or what's wrong, right? Whether it's you going to the supermarket and you walk outside and you got a candy bar in your hand that your mother ain't paid for. She might pop your leg. You don't steal, you don't take nothing out the store without getting me to pay for it. Go back in there and take that back, right? Something like that will teach you just how to that's stealing. You just can't take what you want out of a store. Just using that as an example, right? So on one end, I can understand Mom James being a sensitive dude or whatever, feel like, oh, you shouldn't be being my nephew. You know what I'm saying? And calling the police on him. But like most people, don't tell me how to raise my kids, right? Don't tell me how to raise my kids, right? So Timmy Rule said Mom James called the police on him and he came to court and sat on the stand and testified against him about how he beat his son and all that other stuff. But he couldn't look at him in court when he was on the stand and stand up. Now, for me, that's some real deep shit. You know what I'm saying? That a family member would try to send you to jail for disciplining your kid for touching on little girls in school and stuff, that they would risk you going to jail and losing your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine your own brother sitting there in court, or just even calling on you because you beat your kid because they keep touching women in school, and the school keep calling to the point where your kid gonna go to juvie. He gonna be in juvenile for sexual assault, or he gonna have a whole record as some weirdo, right? And your own physical, your blood, your flesh and blood, call the police on you, and then go as far as taking the stand and trying to get you convicted, where that will really separate you from your kid. And all you really try to do is teach your kid right from wrong. Now, like I said, I'm not condoning the beatings, but we come from an era where we was able to discipline our kids. Well, now, because by the time I had kids, at a certain age, they started telling our kids to call the police on us to stop us from disciplining them so they can control our kids. You know what I'm saying? That's why all these kids out here is wild as a fuck right now. Gang of tattoos before they even 18, where they can legally get a tattoo, because parents can't whip ass no more because all the laws in place. And like I said, in some cases, I understand that some kids got beaten to death. Some kids got beat to the point where they got really physically hurt bad. So no, I don't condone physical violence on children, but I just come from an era where disciplining your kids required a little pop pop come with it. Pop. You say something small in your mouth or you curse, right on the lips. Oh, don't say that. So next time you thinking about curse, you go get ready to curse. You go, and your mother right there, like you like, Got it. I can't say that word around you. You know what I'm saying? But when you watch that interview with Timmy Rule, you know what I'm saying, and he talked about how Marv James called the police to testify. That shit almost made me cry a little bit because I started thinking, damn, what if my mom's uh, siblings called the police on her for whipping me, and she would have went to jail. I really started thinking about that. Like, what if my mom's started whipping on me, or gave me a whipping, and one of her siblings called the police on me, and now she in court, and and that's the other thing. His kid had to testify in court, and told the judge that Marv James and his mother put him up to testifying against the father. But yeah, I would think like, damn, I might be mad at my mother's siblings if she went to jail because you done took my mother away from me. And then I might feel guilty for doing wrong and getting her locked up because she disciplining me. That's a fucking a chain of motherfucking PTSD for everybody. God damn it. Because I know if my mother went to jail for whipping me, I would definitely feel guilty for doing wrong to make her whip me, and now she in jail. And then I'm definitely mad at her siblings for them telling, and now I'm in foster care. Or, you know, I guess I'll be with the other parent if that's the situation. Or maybe the people that call the police on my mother to take custody of me, her siblings. Man, it's that's touchy, man. That's really touchy. That's really touchy. That's really touchy. But you know, like I said, I'm never condoning uh I'm never condoning the physical violence. But for a lot of us, and I'm sure if you out there, you can relate. We in our era, you know, whether your grandmother told you go get a switch off the tree, and you went and go pull the branch off the tree to get your own pick the branch to get your ass whipped. Whether it is that or your grandmother to go get my belt. We come from an era where we got discipline, and I promise you, for the most part, a lot of them ass whippings saved a lot of our lives. We can look back on it now and be like, God damn, we got our butt whipped. But I promise you, them ass whippings really put an alarm on your senses on right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? And you know, God bless those people who you know, had a tragic ending to physical violence from their parents, you know, because I don't think, I mean, we do have some wicked people out here, but for the most part, in a lot of our communities, that spanking was needed because without it, you might have lost your life not listening to your parents. I was gonna get into some more, but I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. You know, I got the dirty pig. I got something for him and his man, the other dirty pig. But yeah, I'll come back tomorrow with it. I'm gonna save that for y'all. All right. Choke no joke. I'm in the building. You know what it is. When y'all see the new videos and you see caption new in the before the title, those are new videos. I might not go live like I am right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be pre-recording and dropping videos. All right. So if you see the premieres come up, those are new videos. Don't think that it might be a repeat, because if you see new in the beginning, that is a new video, right? Because these lives are taking up a lot of time, and y'all don't support like y'all used to. So I got to do things a little different. All right. So I holler back. Y'all holler back. Make sure y'all get that Tunnel documentary out right now. All right. The Hip Hop Nucleus. Make sure y'all get that, all right? One.
Choke no joke, yeah. It's choke no joke. Let's go. Choke no joke, chicken choke no joke. Choke no joke, niggas choke no joke. Choke no joke, yeah. It's choke no joke. Let's go. Choke no joke, chicken choke no joke. Choke no joke, niggas choke no joke.